Hi there. It's been a minute. Did I start my last comeback video with that? I feel like I did. Yeah. So, lots been going on. And I remember I left off with my last couple of videos, and I didn't go back and rewatch them, so I might be a little hazy on the details. But that I was excited about moving into a future where I am able to be more creative, more free and open with my creativity, and hope to be producing some stuff in that regard and putting it up. And I was excited to make videos and all kinds of stuff like that. And all of that is still very much true. And I think I probably was under the impression when I made that video that I would start making videos more regularly up on the channel here. And while that ended up not being true, I didn't feel guilty or bad about it, just because, again, the whole idea was to give myself freedom to be creative regardless of where that led me. And it did not lead me towards making videos. And it was the sort of thing where, you know, where you feel like you're ready to do something maybe, but you're not quite there yet, and you're like right on the cusp of it. Well, that was me in making more videos, because first off, I didn't know I wanted to make videos about. Secondly, I was just having fun dabbling in other stuff and feeling completely guilt-free about it, because it wasn't at all at the mercy of, you know, getting more followers, driving more people to my blog, you know, making more money, etc., etc. I was just doing stuff. So I was doing things like I wrote up a cool outline for a fictional universe that I am fully planning on expanding upon. It's just a couple of pages in a Google Doc and some sketches in a sketchbook, which if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the sketches, but that was cool. That's kind of been backburnered for now, because again, I'm just letting myself work on things that I feel like working on. And I felt like working on that for a while, and then I felt like not working on it. I did some just general writing, just little snippets here and there. I did some drawing. I did some this might not be a creative thing for some people, but I did some creative fitness programs and stuff that I drew up. And it was really cool. But now I've kind of gotten to the point where I feel like I want to start making videos again, finally, for real. But they're not going to be, just to temper expectations there, they're going to be like this. I really want to move into sort of a talking head style, vloggy, podcasty kind of thing like this. Notice I've got, I bought a microphone. And I'm actually curious to see how this video turns out, because it's raining right now. Part of the reason I got the microphone was for recording fitness videos, but also for recording in the car like this, because typically with my GoPro mounted to my windshield, you get a lot of background noise. And also, especially when it's raining like this, background noise from the rain and the windshield wipers, you know, transmitting vibrations to the camera through the camera mount, all that would make this a very difficult video to hear. So hopefully this mic is doing its job, and this kind of serving as an active test for that, so we'll see. But anyway, videos like this, talking head style videos, basically, minimal editing, possibly looking to extract the audio and do some kind of podcasty thing, you know? And as far as subject matter, it's going to be, you know, partially whatever comes to my head, but also the idea of, and this is a big one, attacking societal malaise, if you will. I feel like, especially since the pandemic, but also even going back before that, for people my age and younger, like millennials down to Gen Z, like, the world hasn't exactly felt real, if that makes sense. And we're all kind of going through this collective trauma of the pandemic and stuff like that, but it's beyond that. We're in a weird stage, especially in America. I'm not necessarily speaking for other countries. We're in a weird, what feels almost like an in-between stage. It feels like we're all kind of almost holding our breath, and not in a good way. Like, it feels like we're holding our breath and feeling as though we have no chance to exhale. We're sitting here feeling as though stuff's not right, but also we don't necessarily know what we can actually do to fix it, you know? A lot of people, a lot of ideas, but nothing feels very realizable, you know? I've heard people joke about it being the darkest timeline. I've heard people joke about, you know, revolution, etc., etc. But we're in a weird place. And so I think I want to speak to the idea of reclaiming a positive, forward-looking future, you know? I feel like we've lost that as a society. I feel like looking down the line, you know, we as a society currently feel as though there is not that much to look forward to. And I'm not speaking for everyone, obviously, but I am definitely speaking for at least a lot of the people that I know. And from what I've been reading, you know, like, I mean, for God's sake, people in my generation, like the late 20s and early 30-somethings, like, we're putting off having kids and or choosing not to have kids specifically because the feeling is that, you know, the world is not a great place to bring more people into right now. And that's depressing as hell. And so the point of this show, I guess, going forward is going to be looking at stuff like that, but trying to look at it from a non-depressive lens, you know? And it's not going to be a forced positivity thing, you know, toxic positivity is a thing. I don't want to reinforce that idea that you just need to smile your way for everything and it's going to be okay. But looking at the idea of constructive, achievable solutions, positive things to look forward to, reminding ourselves that we have done great things in the past and we can continue to do great things and that it is not impossible. It is not a foregone conclusion. We are not sentenced to perpetually live in the darkest timeline. So that's, I guess, kind of going to be the overarching theme, but we're not always going to talk about giant world-changing stuff like that either. It's going to be a mix of that and just, you know, what's going on in my head, my thoughts on current events, stuff like that. Because, you know, it might be a little ostentatious, but I do feel like between my unique set of experiences in life, the stuff I've gone through, and the body of knowledge that I have, I do feel like I'm in a position to potentially speak on things from somewhat unique and interesting perspective. I'm not going to say much more than that, but just, you know, I feel like I've got something to say, and I feel like I'm finally ready to say it, and I'm probably going to say it about a lot of different things, and good chance I'm going to make some of you mad. Sorry, but we can fight about it in the comments. It'll be fun. So yeah, that's about it, and we're coming in at just over 8 minutes now, so I think we're going to wrap things up here, but and that's going to be probably about the time limit that I'm shooting for, like somewhere around like 10 minutes probably max for these sort of things. Just stuff I shoot while I'm driving on the road and something comes to my head, or, you know, something like that. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see how often I upload, but I'm looking forward to this because I do finally feel like it's time to get back on camera again. I've been futzing around with other things, which we'll talk about more in the future, and that was fun. But now I'm coming back to here again, and I'm ready to talk to you fine folks out there. So if you're still here after all this time, and if you're interested in hearing what I have to say, or if you just want to disagree with me and everything, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This should be a lot of fun. So thank you for watching. As always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.